Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I am sharing another technique card. I think this is 5 weeks in a row that I've done a technique card. Some of them are older techniques because I've really gone back during this times that we're going through and looked at some of the other technique cards that I have totally forgotten about, and I wanted to remind you and share them with you. So this is the swing card. So it opens like this, and it's a really rather easy one to do, and it is one of those wow cards that, you know, when you open it, people ask, how did you do that? And it's really an easy one, and I think even a beginner can do this. Now I'm using the new Magenta Madness on this. This is one of our new in colors coming, and I love this color. It's so pretty. So this is what I'm using, and I'm doing the insides all a little bit different. This one I actually layered another piece of designer series paper, so it takes a whole 6x6 pretty much to do a card like this. And so this is that one, and I'm using the Under My Umbrella for this. And I actually did a treat box on Sunday using the same stamp set, and I will link that in the video here so you can take a look at that. It's a really cute one. And then for this one, I did a double sentiment on here, and this is actually from a new stamp set. It is called Many Mates. So I used 2 different sentiments on here, but I'm going to use a different one for the one that I'm going to do. I'm going to actually share this one with you, this style, but I'm going to use a layering square for that one, because this one's a circle. Out of our layering circles, this one's the layering ovals, and I'm going to show you the layering squares. So you can use several different dies for this. So this one I'm using the 6x6 subtles, and this is retiring, so if you want to get your hands on it, you need to try to get it now. I'm not even sure if it's still available because it is while supplies last, and this is a very popular designer series paper, so I'm not sure if it's still available, but you might want to check it. So I'm going to do this one, but I'm using the squares like I said. And this one is using the Dress to Impress stamp set, this one right here. And I'm using the 2 flowers on this in the Hello Fabulous. And I am going to use the sentiment from the Timeless Tulips. And I'm going to just use the Happy Birthday on that one. So that's what I'm using for this. I am going to share another new in color, and I'm going to use the Bumblebee this time. So I'm using this Bumblebee. Let me scoot these out of the way so I can give you the measurements here. So this piece is 8.5 by 5.5, and I'll show you how to score that in just a minute. Then this piece is 4 by 5.25. And then this piece is, I forgot this, it's 2 inches by 5.25. So we're going to mat this one like we did the other one. All right, so these are the layering squares that I'm using. And I'm not using the largest, but I'm using the second, well actually I think I am using the second largest. And then I am going to, for the inside piece, I'm going to use this one, which is 2.5 inches square. All right, so let's get started with this. Now, first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to stamp, and because I need to run this through to show you how to do the basic card, but I do need to stamp my flowers. So I am going to stamp the flowers first, and we're going to color those. And then I am going to I'll bring it up, and then we can do all the big shot stuff at the same time. So we need to stamp the 2 flowers that we're using here. These are all from the Dress to Impress. And then we can cover this, and then we're going to color these. Now I'm going to use some different colors here. I don't have the new Bumblebee blends yet, so I'm going to use the light Mango Melody. I always have a hard time with that, but we're going to use the light on this one. We're going to color the flowers in. I'm just doing simple coloring here. I like it all to be kind of monochromatic, and I would use the bumblebee if I had it, because we are going to have those, but I haven't gotten them yet. And then I'm going to use the dark mango melody, and I'm just going to add a little bit of, kind of outline it a little bit, give it a little bit more depth. So I'm showing you this because I've had a few people ask to see how I color them, but it's nothing really fancy, but I know some are new to this and they like to see how it's colored, so that's why I'm showing that in this one. All right, so we're going to use some light Call Me Clover for the leaves on this one. And if you want to add a little bit of dark, whoops, you can add a little bit of dark Call Me Clover to this also, to the leaves. You can get really fancy with coloring this. I'm not a professional colorer. I'll be the first one to tell you. I do love coloring though. But we're going to run this through the Big Shot, and then we need to score first our piece of cardstock. So this is, again, 8.5 by 5.5, and we are going to score this. We're going to score it at 4 1/4 like we would for a regular card base. So it's in half at 4 1/4, and then you're going to move it and you're going to score it at 2 1/8. So we're scoring this section in half. So you're going to have 2 score marks like that. So we're going to fold that and fold this. And then we'll bring up the Big Shot and I'll show you how to do this. Alright, so I have a magnetic platform which really helps doing this process here. And we are going to center this the best that we can. Try to center it this way and this way. And if you have magnetic platform, it stays really well, but I'm going to stick a little bit of my purple tape on here to make sure it stays where I put it. And then this is the score mark right here in the center. So we are going to put our plate right up to that score mark. You can make it go a little bit over that score mark just by a tiny hair, and then you're going to run this through. So you got to hold that in place until you get it to go through. Okay, so that is going to cut out our little shape there. So we have it right there. And that's all you want to cut. Now, we need to run, I'm just going to leave that for like that for now. We need to run through using some of our Whisper White. We need to run through the 2 regular layering squares. We need 2 of those. And then I'm going to run 1 more through using a piece of Bumblebee, another piece. Because this is for the inside, and I like it to just coordinate with the inside. So we're going to do 1 of those. So you'll have 2 of the Whisper White and 1 of your color, that your base color that you're going to use. And we forgot to run through. I did the flowers purposely to run them through, and I forgot to run them through, so let's do that. Alright, so our flowers, we have dies for these because we're using the bundle for this one of the Dress to Impress. And again, I'll need to use my purple tape because these little ones always like to just go wherever they want to. I have purple tape everywhere. Alright, now let's run these through. Now we'll have our little flowers. There we go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our Hello Fabulous on this square here using some Memento Black. And then on the other one, we're going to stamp our Happy Birthday. And then we'll be ready to put that on the inside. All right, so now let's bring in our card base again. Now, once you have that, you want to flip this way. And you want to sharpen your score marks. So it's going to go like that, Mountain Valley style. We're going to put this square on the outside. And I usually do it this way so I can center it on the scallops. So that's going to go there. And then on the inside, this is a little trick on getting your sentiment centered in the middle. First we need to do our designer series paper. I almost messed that up. So let's get this on here. Center that. And then on this one, we're going to put the colored one because there is a little, oops, I just tore that a little bit. There's a little line here and I like to cover that up, but we're going to cover this up with our designer series paper, our other piece that we cut. So you're not going to see that little tear that I just made. And this is going to lay on top here. And now I'm going to show you how to do this piece. I use some, this is repositionable tape, and I just put a little bit across there. And I'm going to center it on here. I'm going to put my snail on. It's removable tape, so it will come off. Press that down good, and then lift, and then you can just remove your tape. And it'll be centered underneath the sentiment. All right, now let's get going decorating this front. This is the fun part. We're going to use some dimensionals on here. So I'm going to pop this up. I'm going to use the ends of my dimensionals because I have some left here. And I don't like to waste. I'll take these backings off. And I'm going to put this one on this side. And put this one up here. And then we have these new 2022 in color enamel dots. Oh my goodness, I love these dots. I'm definitely getting another pack because I know I'm going to use them like crazy. So we're going to use some bumblebee ones and add some to this card. So we're going to add a couple on this side. I always like to use odd numbers. So I'll use 3 on here and then 1 up there. I love this color too. All right, so that is our card. So see how easy that is? Isn't that a fun one? I really like this. Here's the other one. So this is using the layering squares. This is using the layering ovals, and this is using the layering circles. So are those not cute? I really love this. It's a fun one to try. So if you haven't ever made these, you need to try them. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. This is my May Hostess code. If you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. And I would love for you to subscribe. I'm getting close to that 25,000 mark, and I'm going to do a giveaway for the 25,000 mark. So whoever's my 25,000th subscribers, I'm super excited about hitting that goal. So subscribe, you may be a winner, and I'm going to show probably next week what I will be giving away. All right, everyone, I hope you have a blessed one, and I will catch you in the next video. See you later, everyone. Bye.